Helmet is an alternative metal band formed in 1989 by lead singer and guitarist Paige Hamilton, as well as guitarist Peter Menghetti, bassist Henry Bogdan, and drummer John Stanier. Hamilton formed the band after moving to New York City from Manhattan to study jazz guitar at the Manhattan School of Music. They got their name from Menghetti's then wife suggesting the Germanic name Helmuth, but Hamilton ultimately decided that the anglicized Helmet would be a better and more suitable name for the band. Helmet's sound is best described as catchy and noisy alt metal with plenty of start-stop guitar riffs and a tightly syncopated rhythm section. And Hamilton's vocal style is dichotomous, either sung cleanly or shouted harshly with no in-between. In addition to Hamilton's jazz guitar training in college, he also played in Glenn Branca's guitar orchestra, and he also played in a band called Band of Susans on their 1989 album Love Agenda, and notably sang lead vocals on the album's second track, It's Locked Away. That same year, he released his first single, Born Annoying, with his new band, and a year later, in 1990, Helmet released their first album, Strap It On, another short and tight staccato-laden beauty, which features heavy-as-hell songs like Repetition, Bad Mood, Sinatra, FBLA, Blacktop, and Make Room. Both of Helmet's first releases were released on celebrated underground label Amphetamine Reptile Records, which was ran by Halo of Flies band member Tom Hazelmeyer. Amphetamine Reptile also released albums by the Seattle bands Melvins, Mudhoney, Tad, and the U-Men, as well as other groups like the Jesus Lizard, Unsane, Jawbox, Boredoms, Dwarves, Killdozer, X, and solo material from Helios Creed, guitarists from the 70s acid punk group Chrome. Helmet signed to Interscope Records in 1992 and released Meantime on this label, with vinyl rights still being procured by Amphetamine Reptile. Meantime is Helmet's best-selling album, going gold by selling over 500,000 copies in the US and 2 million copies worldwide, and is also quite easily their best. It's a fun 37-minute romp of staccato guitar riff-laden metal and includes their best-known song, Unsung, as well as the awesome tracks Ironhead, Give It, and my personal favorite song, He Feels Bad. The first song on Meantime, the namesake In the Meantime, was engineered by the legendary producer Steve Albini, probably best known for producing Nirvana's final album In Utero, Bush's second album Razorblade Suitcase, and PJ Harvey's second album Rid of Me. The rest of the album was engineered by percussionist Wharton Tears and mixed by Andy Wallace, with production done by the band themselves. Andy Wallace's mixing gave the album more of a drum trigger-like sound, which Albini disliked to the point that Albini did not want Wallace to remix Nirvana's In Utero, and especially after Wallace remixed Nirvana's previous album, the seminal Nevermind. It would have been nice to hear a full mixing of this album done by Steve Albini. Helmet really perfected their sound on Meantime and expanded on the creation of their sound from their first single as well as Strap It On in beautiful form. Overall, Paige Hamilton's jazz-influenced guitar solos fill up your speakers with plenty of noise, while the rest of the band keeps an infectious and catchy groove going on underneath the whole time. Peter Menghetti left the group after Meantime and joined the supergroup Handsome. He was replaced by Rob Echeverria, who only played on one album, 1994's Betty. This one is their most experimental of all their material, especially the tracks Beautiful Love and The Silver Hawaiian. It's strange to hear such experimental material from Helmet because they're a band who rarely stray from their core sound. The best tracks on Betty include Wilma's Rainbow, I Know, Milk Toast, Tick, Rolo, Street Crab, Vaccination, Speechless, and Overrated. There are also 3 bonus tracks on the original 10-inch vinyl release, Thick, Pariah, and Flushings. Helmet also released a compilation in 1995 titled Born Annoying, named after their first single, and includes 10 B-sides and rarities, including their original single Born Annoying, as well as a 1993 recording of the song. Rob Echeverria left the band amicably to join Biohazard, and Helmet kept on as a three-piece, recording their fourth album Aftertaste with this lineup. It is more or less Helmet's pop record, with one less guitar allowing the group to write a collection of short, catchy songs. The best examples include the tracks Renovation, Exactly What You Wanted, Broadcast Emotion, and Diet Aftertaste. Guitarist Chris Traynor from the band Orange 9mm played with the band for their Aftertaste tour. Helmet broke up in 1998 and reformed in 2003, their comeback album being 2004's Size Matters, the lineup of which included former member Chris Traynor and White Zombie drummer John Tempesta, as well as Anthrax bassist Frank Bello for the tour, so Traynor could play guitar while on tour. This comeback album is pretty decent, all things considered. Helmet has since released 4 more albums, all of which are rather forgettable, unfortunately. 2006's Monochrome, 2010's Seeing Eye Dog, 2016's Dead to the World, and 2023's Left. Monochrome featured Chris Traynor again and drummer Mike Jost, and Helmet's most stable lineup has been together since the Seeing Eye Dog days: guitarist Dan Beeman, bassist Dave Case, and drummer Kyle Stevenson. Helmet has had a huge influence on the nu metal scene that would follow them in the late 90s, and even contemporaries like Pantera, Tool, Deftones, and Mike Patton from Faith No More cite Helmet as a major influence. They are the thinking man's metal band, if you will. Highly influential and original with a catchy, infectious sound.